on, y'all? We are back here, and actually wanted to go ahead and run some POV games. I think this angle is actually pretty decent. I wasn't too sure of how it was going to come out because of how I had the camera angled. Locals was really crowded, unless I would have raised it a little higher here, but I think this angle is okay. I think I messed with it. So Calvin was playing Sanji earlier in the tournament. I decided to go ahead and play test some games with it, and I wanted to test against probably what the deck's real hard matchup is, being green, and green being able to stall, at least the way that the build is now. So eventually it is going to be worked on, so that way, you know, could have a little more staging power against green, probably play like some Shanks or a dragon, and not necessarily because of the on play and, you know, not being able to use my leader effect, but being able to, you know, remove threats on the board besides just relying on big bungus. So what we start off is we just go 5 with the leader, and then we go 5 with the Ezo. Gives us the new 2K Luffy. And I'm just going ahead and I'm reading the leader effect here. Yeah, I want to keep this game at pretty much the normal speed, just because I want to give it a little more on my thought process on how it is that I take this current rendition of the deck. And we do go ahead and sorry for the glare on this one. Yeah, the glare is pretty bad right there where we're at, but he plays the film Nami Searcher. So we're gonna go 5, and I think at this point I just swing 5 with my leader, and then I play Atmos, or I do 6 and 6 instead. Yeah, we do 6 and 6. But it looks like I do play the Atmos anyway. I was confusing it for the King Do the 5 cost vanilla. But we do go ahead and swing in with the Atmos here, and we've got him down to 3. We're already up to have him down to 3 life, and it is only turn 3 at this point. So I think things are going pretty decently. We did have another game prior that was also very close, but we came a little short there. But this one, the footage was pretty clear, thankfully. And we're playing, I think that's new Genesis. I haven't looked at any of the art cards from the new Uda deck, so yeah, I feel like she's the only one that really wasn't I can't say not taken care of, but it's just, you know, why we just had a starter deck for her come out not that long ago. Why is she getting a reprint? And, you know, it's just the new arts. And I guess the promos were also put in there from like the Uda event initially. So yeah, I don't understand it. I mean, I guess we got Shanks, but okay. Like, I don't know. I feel like Shanks is a meh card, in all honesty. So what do we do here? We're not playing anything, but we're using the Nami, and Nami is searching the top 3. Is that Katakuri, the new one, is that also a film card? I don't know. I think it's a film card. But here we just counter out one. We counter out the other Atmos, and it looks like we're gonna go 6K to the Atmos that we have on board, which we combo out a 2K, which I don't know why I comboed out a 2K. I don't know why I just didn't counter out one, unless he went at my face. It's very, very weird that I would combo 2K if he just went for that. Looks like we grab an Uta here. And what do we do here? What do we do it for? Do we play the new Uta blocker? Because now we're just chilling here with a handful of Luffys. And he does tap the 4, but we go Brook into the Katakuri. And we do draw into another Atmos, which at this point I really don't care for. Because I'm looking to go ahead and I should be at 8 Dawn, which we're going to go 5 into the Nami, and that man also has a brick in his hand. Combos the Brook. We go 6k into the Nami, and then we're at 7, so we end up playing the promo Luffy, but again, just another big vanilla, and we swing at the Nami, so we finally do get to take her down. I can't have that card sticking around and giving him advantage, but we were able to get a few cards out of hand and eventually kill the Nami, so I feel like that was a pretty strong turn for this deck at this point. Granted, kind of stating against the whole idea of we want to swing at your face, and I let the Atmos die here. Alright, we did let the Atmos die there, and seeing what Calvin is going to do here. I know I did say that I was going to go ahead and keep this one mildly slowed down just to go over thoughts, but I think he's still speeding up, probably a little better. Lets more of the dull moments go away when I just don't have anything to go ahead and speak about when it comes to the gameplay, or does I have a blank thought. But we end up going in here with the 5k from the Brook, and we look at a 6k from that Katakuri, which we do take. We finally get another 2k, and I believe that is an Uda blocker over on the other end, so I don't think that he will bother trying to swing at it. And he does pass on over to us, and I'm just reading the Katakuri, make sure it stays a 6k. And it looks like, okay, just give us a 2k. And then that is an Uda over on the far end, so then we were just, correcting it so that he could have the Katakuri reset so he doesn't lose it. But now we end up going with an 8k, or an 8-drop 9k with Banish. This card is probably my favorite card in the deck outside of the double attack Ace, which I don't know if we do get to play in this game. I cannot remember at all. But that's arguably one of my other favorite cards in the deck. The Spanish Luffy and the Ace. Honestly, I remember when we had the sealed event for set 4, and pulling 2 of that Luffy was insane. Took me to the finals. Unfortunately, we lost, but it is what it is. It looks like we're going 6. He gets another Gordon. That card is also insane. And what do we have here? We have Jozu, Izo, Atmos, Kingdu, and Luffy. We pretty much have just like a full not straw hat, but a fucking Whitebeard-esque hand, which, did we get? What do we get? What do we get out of life? I can't remember. We are finally at 10. And we swing 9 at the Katakuri. Because I'm just trying to clear board here. I'm just trying to control, trying to get as many cards out of his hand as I possibly can, while also stabilizing the board, because I can swing at life and it can get out of hand, but I would rather go ahead and try and clear his board as much as possible here. We play the Izo. I'm hoping searches me a 2k, which the only target we get is the Kingdu. And we end up playing the Kingdu, giving it rush, swinging 7. And then I do think I do end up dropping a Luffy here. And the reason why I dropped a Luffy instead of swinging 9 is I want to have a fat board, which this art is also just insane. I also like how it's textured. So shout out to Bandai for making some pretty hot product, honestly. Yeah, I think we're in a very commanding position here, but he does go ahead and backlight the Kingdu. That's also why I opted to play the Luffy as well. I remember that he did add a backlight earlier And I wanted to make sure that I at least had a couple other big bunguses to make sure that I keep them on board. But I see that we have a couple 2Ks in hand, I think in the Jozu and 2 Jinbei probably, and then I have 2 other big vanillas. But what do we do here? We played out... We didn't play out anything new, are we? Are we using the Nami effect? Like, what are we doing? I think we're just going through the thought process of how to sequence it. So we are going to swing 5 with the Nami. It is going to go ahead and grab an Uda blocker, which the original starter deck Uda blocker. And let's see, what does we do going forward? We probably do we 9 at something or 10. I think the only sense, right? Or actually, no, we can't swing that big. We can go 8 though. 8 and play the Uda. Because Lord knows I'm going to be coming for that Nami. Yeah, Lord knows we coming for that Nami once it passes on over to our turn. He opts to go 7 at our face, and we just take it. Oh, he goes 7 again, so he's trying to go the aggressive route and play the Uda. Yeah, at this point in time, I think we are in a real good spot. He does have 3 blockers, but I have my favorite phrase in this world, multiple big bunguses. So we swing 6k at the Nami, and then we swing 9k to his face, 9k once again with my favorite word, banish. And then we're down to a 6k with lead, 7k. What are we doing? All right, we go 7k. I think we just point out the blocker. I can't remember why. He's debating on whether he wants to block. I'm telling him to block, but he does use the effect. So what this Gordon does is you get to pick extra cards or any film type card, and you get to give your leader plus 1k. So if you have a bunch of those dead cards like he did, then you get to do that. But now we swing 9k banish, and I think this is where the footage got corrupt. So we swing 9k banish, it gets back to his turn. He doesn't find anything that he can do, so he ends up just playing one more blocker and passing the turn. We do end up taking it there. Sorry that the footage got cut off short. I will go ahead and start bringing back some Nami, because I do really want to run the deck again, and in a sea full of Dofi, I might as well try and play something, you know, fresh and new. I can't guarantee when it's going to happen. It'll probably be like I have it here, where tournaments are going to be more on the meta decks. For now, just want to go ahead and build up a little store credit, and going forward we will go ahead and, you know, have some playtesting sessions where it'll be like a video or 2 extra throughout the week that will be from extra games from testing with the boys. Y'all let me know what suggestions y'all have below. I will see y'all in the next one.